Jenifer Henriquez, and I'll be reciting Through a Glass Eye, Lightly, by Carolyn Kizer. In the laboratory waiting room, containing one television actor with a teary face trying to contact lens, two muscular victims of industrial accidents, several vain women, I was one of them, came Deborah, 4, to pick up her glass eye. It was a long day. Deborah waiting for the blood vessels painted on her iris to dry. Her mother said that holding Deborah when she was born, first I inspected her from toes to navel, then stopped at her head. We wondered why the inspection hadn't gone the other way. Looking into her eye was like looking into a volcano. Her vacant pupil went whirling down into the foundation of the world. When she was 3 months old, they took it out. She giggled when she went under the anesthetic. 45 minutes later, she came back happy. The gas were off. She found the hole in her face. You know, it never bled. Stayed happy even when I went to pieces. She's 5 in June. Deborah, you get right down from there. I'll have to slap. Laughing, Deborah climbed into the lap of one vain lady who had been discontented with her own beauty. Now she held on to Deborah, looked her steadily in the empty eye.
Hello, my name is Sebastian Yidana, and I'll be performing Oh by Arthur O'Shaughnessy. We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams, wandering by lone sea breakers and sitting by desolate streams. World losers and world forsakers, on whom the pale moon gleams. Yet we are the movers and shakers of the world forever, it seems. With wonderful, deathless ditties, we build up the world's great cities. And out of a fabulous story, we fashion an empire's glory. One man with a dream, at pleasure, shall go forth and conquer a crown. And 3 with the new song's measure can trample an empire down. We in the ages lying in the buried past of the earth built none of our with our sighing, and Babel itself with our mirth, and o'er through them with our prophesying, to the old of the new world's worth. For each age is a dream that is dying, or one that is coming to birth. Thank you.
My name is Brian Duranlo, and I will be performing After Working 60 Hours, again, For What Reason, by Bob Hicok. Deja vu, I know. The best job I had was moving a stone from one side of the road to the other. This required a permit, which required a bribe. The bribe took all my salary. Yet, because I hadn't finished the job, I had no salary. And to pay the bribe took a job moving the stone the other way. Because the official wanted his bribe, he gave me a permit for the second job. When I pointed out that the work would be best completed if I did nothing, he complimented my brain and wrote a letter to my employer suggesting promotion on stationery bearing the wings of a raptor spread in flight over a mountain smaller than the bird. My boss, fearing my intelligence, paid me to sleep on the sofa and take lunch with the official, who required a bribe to keep anything from being done. When I told my parents, they wrote my brother come home from university to be slapped on the back of the head. Dutifully, he arrived and bowed to receive his instruction, at which point sense entered his body, and he asked what I could do by way of a job. I pointed out. There were stones everywhere, trying not to move. All it took was a little gumption to be the man who didn't move them. It was much harder to explain the intricacies of not obtaining a permit to not do this. Just yesterday, he got up at dawn and shaved. As if the lack of hair on his face has anything to do with the appearance of food on an empty table. Thank you.
My name is Anne Gallagher, and I'm going to be reciting No Coward Soul is Mine by Emily Bronte. No coward soul is mine, no trembler in the world's storm-troubled sphere. I see heaven's glory shine, and faith shines equal, arming me from fear. O God within my breast, almighty ever-present deity, life that in me has rest, as I, undying life, have power in thee. Vain are the thousand creeds that move men's hearts, unutterably vain, worthless as withered weeds or idlest froth amid the boundless main, to waken doubt in one, holding so fast by thy infinity, so surely anchored on the steadfast rock of immortality. With wide embracing love, thy spirit animates eternal years, pervades and broods above, changes, sustains, dissolves, creates, and rears. Though earth and moon were gone, and suns and universes ceased to be, and thou wert left alone, every existence would exist in thee. There is not room for death, nor atom that his might could render void, since thou art being and breath, and what thou art may never be destroyed.
Hello, my name is Alexandra Fortin, and I will be reciting Blackberrying by Sylvia Plath. Nobody in the lane, and nothing but blackberries. Blackberries on either side, though on the right mainly. A blackberry alley going down in hooks in the sea, somewhere at the end of it. Heaving. Blackberries big as the ball of my thumb and dumb as eyes, ebon in the hedges, fat with blue-red juices. These they squander on my fingers. I have not asked for such a blood sisterhood. They must love me. They accommodate themselves to my milk bottle, flattening their sides. Overhead go the choughs in black, cacophonous flocks, bits of burnt paper wheeling in a blown sky. Theirs is the only voice protesting, protesting. I do not think the sea will appear at all. The high green meadows are glowing as if lit from within. I come to one bush of berries so ripe it is a bush of flies, hanging their blue-green bellies and their wing panes in a Chinese screen. The honey feast of the berries has stunned them. They believe in heaven. One more hook in the berries and bushes' end. The only thing to come now is the sea. From between two hills, a sudden wind funnels at me, slapping its phantom laundry in my face. These hills are too green and sweet to have tasted salt. I follow the sheep path between them, and a last hook brings me to the hill's northern face, and the face is orange rock that looks out on nothing. Nothing but great space of white and pewter lights and din like silversmiths beating and beating at an intractable metal.